Hello everybody and welcome to Romancefull's Tarot. I'm about to begin here with a reading. Now, this reading here is a reading for the 7th of October 2020. This reading is meant to be a general reading, so it may not resonate with everybody. So please do take whatever resonates with you and the rest of it just leave it aside. If it doesn't feel like it makes any sense, then most likely it does not. It is not meant for you, so just leave it aside. If ever you would like to have a personal reading, so you'd like to have some guidance in your life, you can contact me at romancefulltarot@gmail.com, and it'll be my great pleasure to send you the different type of readings that I can offer you so we can go and find those answers for you. Also, if you do enjoy the channel and you have not yet subscribed, please do take a brief moment of your time and click the subscribe button to show your support to the channel and to myself, and it would be greatly appreciated. So with no further ado, we're going to begin this reading here. This reading is for all signs. It is a pick a card. So this one here is an urgent you need to know. Okay, what do you need to know? If you can trust your partner. Very important. Without trust, what do we have, right? So this is all about trust. I have three different piles. So I have pile A, which is with the green witch hand. I have pile B, which is with the amber obsidian. And I have pile C, which is with the mummy hand. So please do take a moment and try and choose your pile. Either A, okay, green hand, B with the obsidian ball, or C with the mummy hand. Really go with your first thought, your first idea. Were you attracted to the green hand? Were you attracted to the mummy? Do you like the angel? Do you like pink? What is it that you like? Go for it. Your first thought is going to be the one. It's always the right one. And we will begin. Right before I stop, before I stop babbling here and let you think a moment, I would like to mention that I am going to put, for those of you who are going to pick pile B or pile C, I am going to insert some timestamps. So I'm going to let you pick your pile. All right, so let's begin. So I'm going to begin with the witch hand here, the wicked witch hand, which is pile A. So I'm going to remove pile C, and I'm going to move a mummy hand right over here. You might not be able to see it, but it's still there, has not disappeared. So let's begin. Witch's hand. And here we go. So I'm using a couple little decks here. I have the Lenormand, I have Romance Angels, I have Psychic Tarot, and I also have Angel Answers. So pile A, can you trust your partner? I have the Tower, I have the Dog in reverse, I have Free Yourself, Deception, I have Rebuild, I have Move, and I have There's Something Better. All right, well, let's just put this one here so you can see it. Can't see it, can you? And voila. Okay, so, all right. So it's clearly looking here, if I look at the cards, it's clearly looking like you cannot trust your partner on this one. We have the Tower. The Tower, we all know what that means, right? When there's a tower, it's really about building. This is something that's been going on for a little while. The trust issues might have been there for a little while, and slowly you've got like little shell that's building. It's a little bit like an artichoke. You have all these layers, right? Well, the layers are continuing. They're growing. So this is your boundaries that you're putting higher and higher and higher to a certain point where, you know, you're just not going to be accessible anymore. They're not going to be able to come close to you or contact you because you're always going to have that doubt. Your fence just keeps getting higher and higher and higher. So I don't know if you've communicated about this a lot, if you've talked about it, if you tried to figure things out, or if the communication is just not possible. Sometimes it's not possible. You just can't communicate. They don't want to. They don't want to talk about their feelings. They don't want to get into the subject. Sometimes they're just avoiding. And when I'm talking about trust, I'm not saying, I'm saying that you can't trust them. I'm not saying, I just want to say like that. So for those of you who think, oh no, for sure they're cheating, I am not looking in, this is not a pick a card about cheating. It's a pick a card about trust. So they could be lying to you about something. I don't know the gravity of the something that they are lying about. It could be an emotion that they're feeling that they're not really saying, that they just didn't say the right thing to you. They lied. It could be many different different things. I just want to make that clear. So here I have really, it's just a build up. It's a build up over time. So you're going to have this great communication to try and figure things out, because this is, you can't continue to build up like that. I have the dog. The dog is representing an unhappy home. So this is not the security. It's not the balance. It's not feeling comfortable. It's not feeling loved. It's in a situation of great tension instead of a situation of great love and comfort. Following, I have the romance cards, who are saying, well, you know what, maybe you should free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. And when I say free yourself, this card is not necessarily saying that's it, leave your partner. No, it is saying that you need to free yourself, meaning you need to get rid of all this tension, all this frustration, and you need to just talk. You need to figure out what it is that you need to do to make the situation better. If you haven't been talking about it, maybe that could be the situation. If you have been talking about it, but maybe the communication isn't clear, maybe you're not able to verbally express it, maybe you're not even comfortable doing so, maybe you could try by texto, or maybe you could try by a letter, or a different form of speaking, of getting the information through. I have the card here of deception. So yes, somebody here is wearing a false mask into the relationship. So yes, there is some hidden stories, some hidden truths here. And then over here with the psychic of the heart, I have to rebuild and move. So this is really about moving. You need to move, and I'm not saying again moving out. You need to move, okay? You need to start putting things into motion to get this relationship back on track if you want it to be back on track. So you need to move into the motion of putting things back, letting the universe throw you back positivity instead of throwing you some negative vibes here, okay? You need the positive. You need to think positive. You need to work into the positive zone if you want to have something positive at the outcome. And you need to rebuild. What do you need to rebuild? You need to rebuild yourself. Your partner needs to rebuild him or herself. And you need to rebuild the partnership. So this is really about talking about the very basics of your foundations, solidifying them, and making things work. And if all does not work out, Angel Answer says, you know what, there is something better. But that again, there's something better doesn't mean, that you have to leave. No, there's something better than what you're living right now. But if you modify what's going on here, if you and your partner modify it, you find out what these hidden truths are, and you can work through it, well, you know what? You're going to have a better relationship out of it. So that being said, can you trust them? No. But this does conclude this reading for pile A. So I am now going to move over to pile B. Pile B, I'm just going to write the time. Okay, pile B, my dear friends, was with the obsidian ball. So the amber ball over here. Angel Answers, no need to worry. What else do I have? I have trust, give your relationship a chance. I have over here a magnifying glass. I have a clover, find balance, and blossom. So it is clearly looking here like the messages that we are getting from these several decks are saying that you can trust your partner. There is, clearly no need to worry. That pretty much says it itself. You need to work on the trust, okay? There are some trust issues, but they are not based on anything solid. So you do need to work on it. The situation is calling for you to have faith into the relationship. You don't want to continue going on like that if you don't have any proof, if nothing has happened, because you're just going to weaken your relationship. So you really do need to work on that trust. If once again, there's no reason, let's not, create a problem for nothing. You need to give yourself and your relationship a chance at the same time. You need to work on your partnership. Maybe you need to communicate more. Maybe the reason why you think that there's trust issues is because you're not communicating enough. The message is not being sent enough. You're not talking maybe about your emotions, or you're not talking about your goals, or maybe there's avoidance. Maybe there's some cold shoulders once in a while. Maybe sometimes, we just have conflicts and one partner just doesn't want to talk, and then we think, oh no, well that's it, they lied and they're hiding things from us because they're not talking to us anymore. There's such a variety of different possible solutions here. But really, you need to trust, you need to give your relationship a chance. Over with the Lenormand, I have a magnifying glass, and I also have a clover. So the clover is a very positive card. The clover is all about luck. It's all about goodness. It's all about the greatness of everything that you could have. It's a, you wish and there you go, you're going to get it. Okay, so the clover is really good. So that's fantastic. And I have the magnifying glass. So it's coming to balance things off a little bit here. The balancing from the magnifying glass is really that, you know what, you really are lucky to have the relationship that you have right now. You're lucky to have that love. You're lucky to have that partner. And, you know, you should have some gratitude for it. You need to work at it. You need to make it function. And you know what? If ever you do have any doubts, well, you know, scrutinize your things, verify your things. Make sure that before doing any type of advancements, any types of supposings or saying, you know, that's it, you've done this, or you're hiding something. Make sure that you do have any, you know, really a proof, okay, before anything. So this is what the magnifying glass is coming to say. It's really saying before you're going to advance anything, make sure that you have proof. Other than that, you know, you can verify the whole partnership if you want. Right now, everything is good. If I move on to the Psychic Tarot. Psychic Tarot is all about working on your balance over here. So this is really about balancing things off. It's about trying to find that equal balance between anybody, you know, and when you find them, you know, you may find that matters of the heart require maybe a little extra, you know, effort at this time, and more your demands may be placed upon you, and they're requiring you to juggle your attention. Oh, it could be whatever. It could be family gatherings. It could be school. It could be friends. It could be commitments. But you need to remember that you need to be flexible. You need to adapt your approach to each situation at hand, and you need to know that you have the ability to keep everything and everyone in balance. Now, so really, this is really in order to keep anything and everything maintained in balance, you yourself must be in balance. So it's very vital for you to take a little bit of time for you also in this very moment to make sure that your relationship is how could I say, well, in balance. I didn't want to use balance again, but that's no other word is coming to my mind. So this is really what you need to do within the relationship. So take care of yourself so you make sure that the union is good also. So whatever's good with you, you can give out to your partner. Blossom. Well, you know what? That's just things go with the flow. Enjoy the flow, enjoy your partner, and have fun. Let things grow, let things blossom as it is, like into the springtime. So that being said, this does conclude your pick a card for pile B with the obsidian over here. So pile B, you can trust your partner. Okay, so this one here is a yes. We're going to move to pile C now. Now pile C over here was with the mummy hand. And here we go. I have choose your battles, seek the truth, listen to your intuition. I have the well, I have the birds, I have retreat, and I have pay attention to the red flags. In this situation, I'm going to say, I'm going to move this over here, that this is a no. Okay, you cannot. This one here is a no. You cannot trust your partner. We're going to begin with the Lenormand. Okay, it seems like the logical way to go. Oh, the Lenormand here with the well. The Lenormand with the well is really about right now. You have all these doubts. You're wondering, can you trust them? Can you not trust them? And it's almost like if you're feeling like you're in the bottom of the well and you're wondering how can I get back out of that well, because there's all these information that you're missing. You just don't know how to get there, but you really feel like something is off, but you can't just put your finger on it. So this is really about wishing for something different, wishing for a different situation, wishing that everything would be good. And you know, when you're at the bottom of something, the only way up, of course, it's really, you know, everybody says it, but it's true. The only way up, you know, out of this is to go up. So this is really about taking the time to figure things out and to try and make yourself all the way up, get out of there so you can see the light again and you can get all of your information clearly. The birds over here are depicting that there's gossip going around within your relationship here, around your relationship, about your relationship. There's gossip going around, so there's all different kind of stories going around, you know, of things that might be happening, and I'm not going to get into any details about that because I do not have the layout here to tell me what is going on, but there is some definite gossip going around, so something is off. If I listened to the angel answers, well, they're saying, you know what, listen to your intuition. Your intuition is always right. So tap into that intuition, try and get all that information that you can. You probably already know what this thing is, but you need to tap in and you need to be conscious of it and, take off the blindfolds also and see well what exactly this is, so you can go, and discuss it after and try and fix this problem. Seek the truth. So yes, do your stories. Try and find your truth. Try and find what is going on. Intuition here, like over here, intuition is just a powerful ally, and now is a good time to just follow and trust your inner promptings. It may be that all is not as it seems in some of your relationships. You need to use your psychic sense to determine which of your associations may be questionable. Trust in what your intuition is saying right now, and as much as you'd like to trust these people, or this person in particular, so your partner, it's important to question their motives. Be cautious about sharing your most private thoughts also, because there is some gossiping going around, and your feelings, to avoid the hurt, to avoid being put into a vulnerable position. So be diligent, okay, in scanning your interactions for possible deception, and be wary of one-sided relationships where the other person is not really participating fully, and avoiding obligations and responsibility. Now is really just the ideal opportunity to get to the bottom of this behavior, like the bottom of the well. And certainly at all times, be sure that your role in this relationship is above board and based on honesty. And you know what? Choose your battles also. It's very necessary to choose your battles and know exactly what it is that you should take upon and what you should not. Some things are just not worth it. You just let it slide, okay? Other things, you can't. It touches your very core, touches your value, touches your emotions, who you are. You must discuss it. And I'm going to finish it off with a retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So I'm not talking about a retreat from your partner. I'm talking about a retreat for yourself. Like it said, and listen to the intuition, seek the truth. It's time to take some time for yourself to figure out, to assess the problem and what your solutions are and where you're going with this. And it says, finally, to pay attention to the red flags. There are some signs that are cautioning you around you. So do pay attention to them. Sometimes you don't even have to seek. You can see them right there. So that being said, the pile C with the mummy hand is a no. So that being said, I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope it resonated with you. If you do have any questions, you would like to have your own personal reading, romancefulltarot@gmail.com. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for any following readings, and have yourself a fantastic day. And I'll be seeing you a little bit later on with another reading. Thank you for being there.